Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, other than importing random CDs, sorry about the mess, I'm trying to kind of get everything prepared here. Couldn't use my dock, and this is like, like a sort of a permanent dock for some odd reason, so I had to get one of the good old Amazon Basics adapters out and use that to import some CDs. But anyways, besides the point of that, we are going to be reviewing and looking at some Samsung Duo Plus USB drives. So I'm really excited to actually open these because with the new MacBook comes new ports, comes new flash drives, adapters, docks, everything. I'm really excited to switch to Type-C because I'm sort of sick of using just normal USB. There's one Type-C port on the back of there, but with all my computers I just have normal USB and I'm so sick of it. The transfer speeds are slow, and I hate Windows in general just because of not the fact that Windows is terrible, but because it's so buggy. Like, for example, Mac isn't as buggy, for example. So, I'm excited to just switch completely from Windows, including the USB ports. I just want to get rid of it all, just go to Type-C, be done with it. So, here you can see speed up to 400 megabytes a second, which there's false advertising on the Amazon page. It said only 200 megabytes a second, so I'm excited to see that's even faster than what I thought it was. And considering the new SSD and the new MacBook Airs, this is the 2020 M1 version of the MacBook Air, is really, really, really fast. For example, like if I just hit open and then hit start, yeah, really insane speeds. And that was transferring 5K video, I believe it is. A gigabyte of 5K video takes this long to write and this long to read. So really fast, and it'll be perfect along with these drives. I only ordered one of them, but they sent multiple of everything. Like, for example, even so there's random things in here. Hard drive for some reason. Like, I bought 2 docks and it came with 4 of them. There's another box at the other house, but I don't know. I guess we ordered it twice or something. I don't know. But anyways, let's tear into the packaging. Now, 128 gigs of storage surely will get you places. These drives aren't really expensive too, which is nice to see that insane speed mixed along with a pretty decent amount of storage. They're about $30 on Amazon, and I think they're pretty good drive for what they are. But I can't say that yet. That's just first impressions and based off of what I read. So I'm just going to kind of tear the rest off of here because screw packaging. They also do have a 5-year limited warranty, but, it's okay. So let's just kind of... Alright, here is the drive. Pop it out. Pop. Alright, so, wow, I'm impressed with how tiny they got it. Now, I know how they have the drives, like the T3, the T5, the T7, but I didn't want to get any of those because they were sort of expensive, and I really don't need that much storage or the speed. I mean, I kind of want the speed, but, like, who cares? Alright, so it looks like it has a little cap for Type-C. I still don't understand what this is. Okay, oh, I see. So there's Type-C there, and then when you want USB, you pull out the other end, and you just attach it onto there, and it becomes a USB drive. Now, I really like that this isn't a separate adapter, and that you can fit it in the other side of the drive. That is something I really appreciate because I can never keep track of these little adapters, and it still keeps it looking pretty nice. So all of that, and this little drive is pretty nice to see. Alright, so let's pop it into the MacBook and see what kind of speeds we can get. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and unplug my dock and plug in the drive instead. It should fit with that little adapter there. I do want to see what kind of speeds I can get off of the USB 3.0 adapter as well. So I just pop that in, and the MacBook should soon pop up as Samsung USB. Okay, so now we can click the USB and we can access it. One thing I'm excited about to see as well is, I guess, the drives are now working with Windows and macOS. I don't know if macOS Big Sur had like a little improvement to kind of make that compatibility both sides, but it used to really never work with each other before, and I had to keep reformatting my drives in order to use older versions of macOS and Windows for transferring files. Alright, well anyways, so we have our drive here, and first I want to go ahead and run a AJA system test. This is my preferred SSD software for transferring things and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and do Samsung USB, 5K red, 1 GB test file size, and we're going to hit start. Wow, alright. That write speed is sort of sad, but okay. It's also 5K, so can't blame it. And as soon as we pop over to the read speeds here, they should be going much quicker. Yep, alright, just like that, 332 on read. Now let's bump it down a little bit and do, say, around maybe 1080p. Okay, so write speed's about the same, but the read speed should be a little higher, if not about the same. So write speed's actually a little lower for some reason. I guess because it's not working as hard. Alright, and the read speed is about the same, maybe a little bit lower. So, definitely not bad, but a little disappointing. But at the same time, you know, you get what you pay for, and it wasn't supposed to be a very expensive drive by any sort. So now what I want to do is test it in the real world. So yeah, we've seen actual benchmarks, but now I want to see how quickly I can bring something over to the Samsung USB, and in this case it is going to be a 4K video. Alrighty, so I went ahead and grabbed my iPhone 8, and I'm just gonna go ahead and drag this onto here and start the stopwatch. Alright, so it was about 1 second late, but who cares? Alright, and just like that, looks like it's going at a pretty good rate actually. Again, that would be the write speed, so, you know, about 50, 60 megabytes a second, something like that. Not terrible though, definitely livable. And then we're going to test the read speed after this, so I'm just going to let it do its thing out. Okay, so what I was trying to do before did not want to work because it would not complete the transfer. It just said there was an error with it, so, you know, it just didn't want to work. But that's okay because we kind of decided over here that it's an HDR issue. It's because that video has a lot of HDR filters on it, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max records high quality Dolby Vision HDR, which has a lot more colors than normal video, and since then I have turned it off, but that video was recorded in that way, and it does mess with the operations of copying to different drives and YouTube and a whole bunch of stuff. So I made this little folder called Drive Destroyer, and what I want to do is open Finder, and I'm just going to erase what I have on here now, because I was trying to figure out a way to, you know, get something that would actually test it. And if we just drag this folder on here, it will copy over, and just like that, about the same speed that it was before, but it's about 8.78 gigabytes of files. I'm going to redo it and then time it in a fast motion video, and then I'm going to go on the drive, and then I'm going to copy it to the desktop and see how quick that is. Alrighty, and just like that, no, we don't want that. Sometimes it artifacts when the iPhone 8 is sitting on it. I'm going to assume it's magnets, metal, something like that. But anyways, so it got about 2 minutes and 34 seconds for transferring 8 gigabytes to from the desktop and to the Samsung USB drive. Alright, so now what we want to do here is we want to basically just take this folder and put it back on the desktop. So in order to do this, I'm just going to move my folder down here on the desktop to the trash so that it won't like copy over twice, and I'm just gonna put it on here and basically see how it does. I'll do it in a time-lapse video, but the Mac estimated time, this is just something to add. The estimated time on the Mac was literally almost completely correct. Actually, it was completely correct. When this said 25 seconds, this said about 2 minutes remaining, and it stopped at 2 minutes and 34 seconds. So that was dead on accurate. So, you know, of course it says 2 minutes for a little bit. It doesn't give you the exact seconds, but that was dead on accurate. So it really does know how to measure your speed. All right, now time for the retest. definitely a improvement. That read speed is much faster. So the write speed was about 60 or so megabytes a second, and the read speed was about 325, 333 megabytes a second, and as you can see, that really does make an improvement. So 33 seconds it took to transfer 8.75 gigabytes, I believe it is, from the drive to the desktop. So that'll definitely be nice for easy, quick, drive access. Like, say you're on the go, you need to edit this quickly, you're good. Now, I was thinking during this, I might want to buy a couple more of these since they were so cheap, and I don't even think they were $30. I don't know, it was displayed in the earlier part of the video, but I might want to buy a couple of these, buy a Raspberry Pi 4, and then make like a home network attached storage system. Now, the reason why I would want to do this is more for like a network flash drive almost. Even though I have one of those, it doesn't work very well, and I think that would be a really cool project to work on. Or kind of make it so like I could buy, for example, like hard drives, right? I could make my own NAS system with hard drives and then use this for like the caching of it, and I could put the two drives together and think like 60 or so is about the write speed. So if you double that, that's 120 megabytes a second. I would just be able to kind of write on the drives but also use this for cache. So that would kind of work out well, and it would give me a really nice speed, because the drives I'd buy would be at least 200 megabytes a second, so I'd be around like 320 megabytes a second of like a sustained speed that it can actually write at. So that would be pretty good, and then the read speed would be crazy faster than my SSD can even do. So transferring 10 gigabytes of files would be like just a couple seconds, because I would have this as like caching. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm going to take out the other drive and see if it's any faster or slower real quick, but after that, the video is pretty much going to end. So yep, let's go ahead and do that now. So this just sort of shows how unorganized I am with my videos, but I'm just now remembering I also wanted to do a test with the USB part of it, the adapter part. So this is the second drive, the brand new one. So first one that we were working on was over here. I can even tell it's a little bit warm, definitely a little bit warmer than room temperature. And then this is the brand new one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give that its little first plug-in, give it some time. Oh, yep, it's already popped up. Okay. And then AJ system test. We're gonna open the drive. Alright, so I did cut that last clip a little bit short because I'm just now realizing that that hub doesn't really want to work with data transfer, so that's fine. We're just gonna need to use this little adapter here. I wanted to use the dock and the adapter, but then again, some docks don't work for data transfer on Mac for some odd reason, but that's okay. We can just use the little adapter. Now, I'm sure this will probably be the same speed. That's why I wanted to do the dock test, but it's cool. So we're just gonna go ahead and restart that AJA system test application. I'm gonna go ahead and move the camera down a little bit, and now as you can see, that Samsung disk is there. The only reason that I saw it before is because I had the second one plugged into the MacBook by accident and I didn't take it out, so. Okay, alright, so as you saw, it was a slower start and the sustained speed is a little teeny tiny bit lower, but you're gonna get that with USB 3.0 adapters, although this is a little bit of a nicer one from Amazon Basics, but you're still gonna get that either way. Now, our read speed over here, on the other hand, is a little bit slower than actually plugged into the machine. So now, just to give you an example, I'm going to show two pictures with the adapter and without the adapter. So that is going to conclude our little Samsung Duo Plus flash drive review and unboxing. So these little flash drives, well, I don't know. I gotta use them a little bit more to actually give them a full-on review, but from first impressions, the portability of these is gonna be perfect. The only thing that's gonna suck a little bit is how small they are in reality, because in reality, I mean, if you're gonna sit here and tell me that you're never gonna lose this, you're funny. So I mean, it's got its pros and cons, but I think it's going to be a really really good drive overall, and I'm definitely excited to start using them because they're way faster than anything else I've actually ever had. So, as far as USB drives go, so definitely excited, and thank you guys for joining, and peace.